Kia ora, welcome to Bus Days. This video is all about the bed. Roll funky intro. Make the bed, she says. She gives me a screwdriver and some screws, bits of wood. Let's have a look at what I've got to work with. So I've got here a bed frame, well actually just half of a bed frame, which I cut in half previously to fit up a set of stairs. Now this is kind of where I see it fitting. This is indicative of my mattress, which would have the top, the mattress including bedding and duvets and stuff, would have it just above the window line, which I think will be okay because it will give us tons of storage underneath it. To get underneath it, I intend to hinge it at the back there, which means it'll lift up. It should lift to just clear of that, or actually with the mattress on it's going to be 400 mils lower than that, which should give us reasonably easy access to the storage. There'll be a little bit of room on each side. There's about 170 mil gap on either side, 6.5 inches or so. I've put this back in. This was part of the rear seat. I've put it back in and screwed and glued it. I'm going to put I think a piece of ply about 16 mils thick across that back panel, just to give it some extra grunt, if you like. And once I've done that, then I'll be able to put some big meaty hinges on it to hinge the actual bed, and I can start building the frame forward from there to support it. So that's the plan. Let's see how we go, eh? So here's my plan for the bed, well at least half the plan for half the bed. So structurally it's screwed to the floor and to the wall framing, and then it's got this ply on it to make it far more rigid. It's very rigid now. It's not going anywhere. As to what we're doing at the front here and with the actual wheel arch, I'm not too sure. I'll probably insulate it somehow, but it's just going to be storage anyway, so maybe it won't matter. And in front of it there'll be something that happens in this gap up to the front of the wheel arch where the bath will be. So it's powered by gas struts, and they are all about balance. It's currently far too light for them, so it wants to go up on its own. But the idea is that it goes not just up but back and stays flat, as opposed to simply hinging at the back wall. Let's have a closer look. So it's all pretty industrial. These are farm gate hinges. I'm using one to attach the bed lifting mechanism to the wall, and two to form the strength of my lifting hinge. That little bracket there is actually a piece off of the emergency exit seat that was in the bus just over here, and it's going to mount my gas struts. So at first glance it looks a lot like a pretty traditional lifting bed that hinges at the back and lifts up. However, that's not at all how it's going to finish up. This incidentally is actually a gate, I think, just like a cheap swimming pool fence gate, which I found to be the cheapest way to get a lightweight, nice strong frame for lifting the bed with. So the bed base itself, this is only half of it, is actually a slat bed. I've had it for years and years and years. We actually cut it in half to get it up the stairs in a 2-story house a long time ago, which is convenient because it gets it in and out of the bus. Now it's just a light steel frame with wooden slats, so I'm going to strengthen it where my mounting point is going to be, which, as crazy as it seems, will be right in the middle here. So I've taken a steel mount off the bus, so might look a little huckery, but this baby is my bed mounting hinge. There's a reason I used gate hinges. It's because they go together quite easily. So where my bed mounting hinge is now here, simply lines up, slots into the gate hinge there. So now my bed is, at least one half of it, it's now supported by this mount and hinged at that point. Make any sense yet? So another half a bed, another heated diesel tank mount. This one is a different profile and different shape and size to the other one, but it'll still do the trick. And another gate hinge, and we'll have this side done as well. Alright, so this is the bed base upside down. Traditionally it would have had feet here, there, in the middle, and also in the corners. So it was reasonably well supported, and it was trapped within a frame, so it couldn't come apart. But now that I'm actually going to suspend it essentially from those 2 pivot points there and there, then it's going to need some bracing. So one for each end, leaving the only weak point really in the absolute center of the bed. So that should be pretty easy. Just a brace right across. Now I've also put these little rubber feet on, those back 4 points where the bed will touch the swinging frame, and these 4 here and 4 there. They'll sit on the wooden base. So it should be fairly well supported. I'm just going to chuck these braces on temporarily so that I can disassemble it and take it into the bus. So how does it work? Well, in the current configuration, 2 gas struts either side, 2 more over there, supporting the lifting frame, and then the bed sits above it, pivoted in the center here. And the reason for that is because it lifts the back of the bed up, which makes it a tiny wee bit easier to get into this space here. But perhaps because of the angle, with the mattress on, this piece here would never reach that angle. It would be down about here. In fact, the whole bed would be at this sort of height, which means I've got maybe a good foot of extra headspace in here when we're working in this area. But also it lets in a lot more light, because around the outside of the bed, where it now lifts up above the window height, lets in a lot of natural light into this area, so I won't need to put in any special lighting or anything to be able to see where everything is. So thanks for watching. We have a bed, which is significant from registering this bus as a motorhome point of view. A little while before it's as operational as I'd like it, but it's here, it's in, and it looks good. So hit all the buttons, like and subscribe if you wish, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. Take care.